Hello everyone. So now we are live after a very long time. So let's start making some stuff. Today I'm going to develop the Twitch clone. So for that I have installed uh, a project using Next.js. Actually the Next.js 14, which is the latest version of the Next.js. Now I will start my development server with npm run dev. It is started on local host 3000. Okay, as you can see, it is started. I will copy this local host. I will close this. I will open inside new Chrome window. Like here, we have started our Next.js 14. This is the default template of the Next.js. And here you can visit docs and learn some Next.js templates, and you can learn about deploying it. Everything is here inside this page, but we are going to create a clone of Twitch. So for that, let's go to twitch.tv and let's click on this browse feature. As you can see, there are various categories inside the Twitch, and I'm going to copy this same UI from the Twitch. So let's start. Now, first thing first, we are using the app router of the Next.js. So as you may know, app router has page.js and layout.js. Inside layout.js, we have children. Then inside the children, the page.js, the content of page.js is rendered. Now, so what I will do is, I will just select all the content of our main page up to this div. I will delete this. Okay, so we have deleted this. Actually, I do not even need this class name for now. When this need this image. Okay, tab 9. Okay. So let me place it here. And okay, we have the viewers coming to our stream. That's great. So I'm going to first create the sidebar. So sidebar, we have the name of live streamer, the content they are streaming, and the numbers of their current live viewers. Then we have recommended channels. We can collapse it or expand it. Okay, so now in the create next tab, as we have deleted all our content, so this is all black. So let's in the app, first thing first, I will write components inside this. Let me create a new folder, sidebar, and inside this we'll create something like, actually, okay, index.js. Okay, so here I will create a react functional component. So okay, so this is a react functional component, and this is a library I have installed. Import cost, it will give you the import cost. Actually, this is a tab 9. We can ask it anything. So okay, I'm going to name it sidebar. This will be sidebar. Okay, so now I'm going to import this sidebar inside our home component. I will import sidebar from component sidebar, right? So inside this, I'm going to use sidebar. Okay, we have the sidebar. Okay. So let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. And also on the left hand side, we have this activity bar. I don't need activity bar that much because you can actually hide it from the side because it is taking the left hand side. So I don't want that in my way. Sidebar. Okay. Let me just write class name. Let me write PG. Okay, let me test one thing. Tailwind CSS. Tailwind CSS intelligence. Yes, it's enabled. Okay. I was expecting to it to provide me some intelligence. Okay, it is. Okay, BG. Okay, now it's working. We have these all intelligence provided by this extension, Tailwind CSS intelligence, and we have so many colors available. Actually, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use okay, this one, PG Slate 700. So we have this, and okay, so beside sidebar, let me also write content. That will be the actual content. So this will be the actual content in which we have browser written. These are categories: games in real life, music, esports, creative, and of course I will create React functional component. If you don't know, I'm using the React snippets from the extension. There's an extension named ES7. Yes, this extension I have used. ES7 React Redux React Native snippets. So it will provide the snippets directly inside your code. You don't have to write like whole code by yourself again and again. So I can write here the actual content, right? I can remove the React from here because from React 17 onwards you do not even need to import React at the top. So we have a sidebar. Now I will inside our main page, just like we have imported sidebar, I will import content. I think tab 9 is giving a suggestion. That's great. Content. Wow. So we have content. Let me also zoom this a little bit. Okay. So we have sidebar content, and inside this, okay. Okay, class name. First, I'll write the flex. Let me zoom out. So it is giving the properties of the flex. We will use first flex, and then I will use okay, what else we can use? Let me go to our tailwind website, and here we have, let me search for flex, flex auto and flex direction. Actually flex column is the property I need. Column, okay. And if I go to, actually it should be, I think, row, flex row. So as you can see, our content is inside the row. Of course, its width, I want its width to be around 80. Hmm, 80. Okay, 8 is equals to almost 20 rem or 320 pixel. So I need, okay, this sidebar is here. So what I need is, I need to create something like this. And let me select the exact color from this extension. I will pick the exact sidebar color. So okay, now it has picked. I can copy its value, and as you can see here inside square brackets I can copy this value, and as you can see our sidebar is the same color as this sidebar of the Twitch, and at the top we have the recommended channels, then this collapsible button, and of course the name of streamers. Okay, actually I have installed server components like prettier, so I want to uninstall it. Actually I don't need that because it can actually fumble out your code format, and for example I don't want this here. I don't wanted it to be on the same line, but whenever I click on Control plus S then save, it was making that in the same line. So okay, let me again do one more thing inside our settings. Inside okay, default formatter, I will select we have TypeScript and JavaScript language features. Okay, TypeScript and JavaScript language features. Okay, so it's done. Right now if I click on save, it is formatting by this default formatter, right? So we have another settings. Okay, we will go to these settings if we found some problem later. Okay, now we have sidebar. Inside this, at the top we have written recommended channels, right? Let me again hide my activity bar. Okay, so as you can see we have recommended channels. Let me also use class name. So font font weight actually. Yes, font weight. Font weight, I want font weight to be bold actually. So for that I can write font bold, and I want text size. Actually font size we have I want it to make a little bit smaller. Let me write text sm here. Text sm. Okay, so text has reduced a little bit, but I want to reduce even further, so I have to make it text access. Wait a minute, it is zoomed over 125%. Okay, it was zoomed a little bit higher further, that's why we were seeing this. Okay, so I think text base can be good enough for us. Text base. Okay, but even now we have the font bold. Actually, it should not be bold. Actually, it can be medium, font medium, font medium. It will not make our text too much like bold or too much thin. So, okay. Now we have the list of the streamers. Okay, these are the streamers. So, okay, these are the list of the streamers. Let me first, actually inside the sidebar, we will make a actually inside our explorer we have components, and I can also make something like data, and inside this I will write a JSON file of streamers.json. So inside this I can create an array of objects. Here the name of the streamers and the Katas was the first streamer, and now what could be next? We have the viewers, right? It should be properly a number. So we have 424, right? What it's saying. Okay. We have how many streamers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 streamers shown here. So I will paste it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have all these streamers, and let me just first write the 5 streamers. Make out hill. We have make out hill. He has 418 streamers. Actually we have numbers 418. And Loya we have, next we have Loya, and here we have okay, 2.3k. Loya has 2.3k, that means 2300 viewers. And now we have Foxman, and he has 374 concurrent viewers. Tailor JavoX. Wow. Taylor. What her name is? JavoX. JavoX. Right. So she has almost 1600 concurrent viewers. So actually, you might be seeing a green line on every text or the name. It is saying unknown word. So I was actually using extension named spell checker. It can check the spelling of the code spell checker. Actually, I'm going to disable it right now because it is unnecessary linting the errors in our code, even they are not there. So inside sidebar, I will import streamers. Content streamers. Console.log. Let me write streamers. Don't want streamers.stream. Okay, so inside our can resolve content streamers .json. We have okay, we have content. Actually we have the data. Wait a minute, think we imported it wrong. Import streamers from data and streamers, right? So let me open or inspect it. So inside console we are not getting anything. Okay, I think streamers.json. I'm writing it correctly, right? Streamers. Okay, I think, yeah, we are coming. The console log is coming inside the terminal because we are rendering it inside the server. So that it's not rendering it in the front end or console. So we have always have console.log inside the terminal. So that thing needs to be taken care because that may confuse. You may keep searching in the console inside your browser. Close the terminal. We are getting the data. Yes. Now let me map streamers.maps. Okay, return. And return, we have the streamers. streamer. I can write the streamer, and here let me just render the p tag. Inside this p tag we will write the streamer. Actually I can destructure directly from here. We have the name, we have the viewers, name, viewers, and let me first just write the name. Okay. Okay, we have the name, list of names coming. Okay, I'm back. So we have the list of recommended channels. Here we have the name of the streamer and the game which they are streaming. Everyone is streaming Fortnite. And okay, so in the streamers.json we will also write the game. But first of all, okay, just let me write the content which they are streaming. Fortnite, right? Foxman is also streaming Fortnite, but Taylor Jason, I think, streaming something else. She's streaming pools. Okay. Hot tub. Okay. So now we have this, and inside our sidebar, let me wrap this p tag inside a div. So also we have wait okay, viewers. So we also have the viewers, and viewers are on the right hand side. So let me also destructure. We have the name inside streamer.json. We have name, we have viewers, and we have content. Now inside our sidebar, we would also destructure content directly inside this map. Just here, I'll write content. Tab 9 is actually recommending me all these, so you can see how fast my work is by doing this. So that's why I'm putting these two p tags inside div is because I want to make them up and down, and this should be on the right hand side. I think let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so these two are in the same like column, right? So here, but these are in the row. So I will write here class name flex, and now I will write flex row, right? And there is a property named space between. Let me search for it. Flex gap. I think flex. I think justify content. Yes, justify content should be justify between. Justify between. So okay, we have the numbers on the right hand side. So there is also a blue dot. We will also paste that. But before that, I need a little padding, right? We have the padding of, let me just put this tailwind inside another window, drag it here to the right, and I think this streamers whole streamers.map should be inside a div, if I'm not wrong. So this is inside the div, and we should have the padding of 4. Padding of 4 is actually too much. Let me check if they are both in the same zoom range. Let me just, okay, this is 150, this is 150. Okay. So also text is not properly white. That's what I am seeing here. So there can be text color, actually text font style, font color, text color. Text color is here. Okay, I think this is not the proper white. This can be text slate 200. Let me write text slate 200. Our text is a little bit on the grayish tone. Also recommended channels have white color, right? Yes, it has a white color, and these are a little bit in the bold. So Dakotas, of course, their name, it should be font medium. Font medium, did anything? Font weight, font medium, font semi-bold. Let me use semi-bold. As you can see, as you can tell, they are bold. I think our text is a little bit larger. I also need to make it a little bit smaller. So text can be SM, right? I think now it's good. Class name, we have now class name of the content should be a little thin because the font on here is very thin. If I look at here, this is not very thin. I want to make it even more thin. No. Actually, it's not thin. It has color different. So text should be slate 500, right? $400. Okay, it's not actually slate, it's gray, if I'm not wrong. Yes, now it's looking pretty good. Also, this should be gray. Okay, right. Okay. So now we have the list of the streamers. But one thing you might have noticed that our sidebar is too much wide. I need to make it less wide. So width was 80. Let me set width as 60. I think 60 is okay, right? And there's also a space, little space between the streamer names. So for that, inside the div flexes row, there is a property named column cap flex cap flex. There is a property named gap flex items. So gap can be 1, gap can be 1. Oh, so I want a column gap. So I need to write x, gap of x on no. Oh, wait. I am making it a little wrong. I need to write it here actually, because we have all the items inside this div. So I want to write the gap inside this. Let me try 5. No. This is a grid gap actually. Extraction. Okay, actually this I have not written the flex class name here. That's why. And this need to be flex row. Not in the row, actually column. My bad. So here, as you can see, we have the gap inside the flex boxes. Gap of 5 is still too much. So okay, here we have the gap between these numbers. And one thing I need to improve is that this should be inside the string. this should be 2.3k, and this should be 1.6k. I want these values to be same, just like they are appearing here in the k, in the thousands. Still there are a little bit differences, but don't worry about that now. So we have the streamers list. Okay, so here is the red dot. Let me try something. I want to make this as text red. So also text should be actually quite larger, 5xl. Okay, now we have these dots appeared. What I need to do is I need to again write this dot and the streamer count inside other div. So what I will do is I'll write in the wrap these two p tags inside div. So inside this class name, let me see, we have flags, and then we have flags row because I want them to be in the row. Let me write items center. It's still not there. Items at the start. What I can do is I can write margin something like -5 rem. Actually that's too much. -5 px, 50 px. Something's happening here. If I write padding, actually margin top, let me just write margin top as -20. Let me write 50. -50 is too much. -40. 30, 34, actually 25, 28. I think this is looking pretty nice. I think minus 20 will do our work, right? This is the same thing as this one. Okay. So only thing missing is that we need to create some user images on the left hand side. But before that, let me fill all the fields inside our streamer.json. Now we have senior Mender 8. His viewers are 224. Of course, content is for every streamer is Fortnite. All the streamers have Fortnite. Only Symphony has Call of Duty. Okay. This is Fortnite. Let me write. Okay. So next streamer is Sarah Nicole, and her viewers are 238. Now we have Bearded Blavins. And they are also playing the Fortnite. They have 568 viewers. And now we have Symphony. He has 2.1k viewers. And we have Sverin. Is also streaming Fortnite, and he has 488 concurrent viewers. So now, as you can see, our list is updated, right? These are extra 2 entries we included by mistake, but we will remove that. And now we have the streamers list. I think gap should be a little bit less. Inside our sidebar.js, we have gap of 2. Let me write gap of only 1. Now, okay, now it's looking pretty good. If I write 1.5, will it work? Does the gap 1.5 works? Let me see. Yes, we have 1.5. It will work. So we have almost ready a sidebar. Also, we have the image of the user, right? Next thing I need to do, I need to make the circular user image. For that, let me check lucid icons, and this is a library where we can just paste the user images. Actually here, circle user. Let me see if we have the lucid react installed. Okay, we do not have lucid react installed. Just copy this, actually npm, copy this command, and right here inside your terminal, open a new window, paste it, npm install lucid react. It will install this library. Okay, this is installed. Let me close it. Okay, now here I will import. Let me go to previous page. We have the circle user. Paste it here. It pasted the whole line, so you can just select manually this top line and just paste in your project. So this is saying that it has size of 1.2 kilobytes. So of course here I can use circle user, and we will use it here. As you can see here, we have the circle user, and our alignment is a little bit getting off. For that, I think I need to put this. Put this inside this div, and also I need to put name and contact inside another div, because I want them to be in the single column. So let me write div and okay. So as you can see, we have in the same content in the same column. So I want it to be in the row. So we will write flex and flex row. We have now it inside the row, and there should be a gap of 1, of course. I think now it worked actually. We don't need to do anything special. Let me close the package.json file. Okay, our sidebar is, I think, almost ready. Let me close lucid react. Now we have this top bar and this browse. Let me inside the content. Now we will come to our content. Content has, of course, a p tag, and that's writing browse. So class name, it should be, text should be pretty larger, so we will use 5XL. So browse, and this should be, of course, font bold. right? We have almost the same looking, and also there is some padding. So in the main, I will write the padding of I think padding top is little more and left is less. So I can write padding of x as means x-axis should be around 5. Padding y should be okay 10. Okay, padding x should be 5, right? Also its color is a little bit different. Let me also pick this color. We'll copy this color and I will use it inside the content. So the PG should be the color we have selected. As you can see, we have the same color and it is taking only this space. It's not taking the whole space, but we will do that. The width should be full. It should be full. Okay, width is full now. So we have these now icons, or what I can say, the categories. These are cards, right? So what I can do is inside our data, I can create another JSON file. Let me close this. We have the streamers.json. I will create another file that has categories.json. Inside this, we will also create the array of objects. Inside every object, actually, we don't even need to write the object. This tab 9 was recommending that we just need to create the categories, right? URL, then music. Okay, it has given us more categories. That's the power of tab 9. So at the last we have the creative field. Okay, we are done, and I can close this streamer.json. Now inside our content we will import this categories from data, and then categories. Let me just check if we have the categories. Okay, we have the categories consoling or logging or printing. So I can remove this console.log, and now inside a div, of course, I need to map these categories map. So yeah, category, I will return it. And here we should have another div, right? So it should have the category written, right? So we have the category written games, adult, music, esports. Now I will create the same cards just like this inside our app. First thing first, I need to write them inside the flags. So by default, when we write anything item inside flags, they are in the flags row, right? By default. So every item is in the flags row. I need to justify between. Just mm, there is, I think, some issue. Let me just select the tab 9. Let me disable it. Hmm. Okay, we'll update VS Code later. Now, okay, now it's starting. I think that was the issue of tab 9. I don't know why it was switching to this line and adding content here. So, okay, right. We need a border. And what's the property of border? Border 0, border 2, border 4. It's simple. Okay, we have the border, and now actually rather than writing border, I can simply write PG of the same color. Let me pick the color. Okay, let me copy this. And inside PG background, I'll write this color. Let me back. Okay. Okay, this is the same color, if I'm not wrong. Also, text is a little bit larger. So padding X is, I think, 4. And padding Y is 2. And okay, of course, we have now text as 2XL, right? Text is just too big. Text XL should do the work. I need to make it bold. Font bold. I think we're done. Also, I need to write the border radius. Okay. Let me search for border radius. Okay, it is simply rounded. Rounded MD, rounded LG, rounded MD. I think this is also inside the settings. Let me go to our appearance, then activity bar, the side, go to our settings, settings.json. I think there is a word wrap. On. I think okay, this is okay. Let me again hide the activity bar. So we have this thing almost looking like it. Actually, there's a different color. This is a I think this is the color. Yes, this is the same color. Even there's a gap between browse and games. So here I need to write flex and flex column. Okay, and now we have to write the gap as something like 4, gap of 4. 6, how about 6? Okay, this is good. I think there should be a fixed width for every component. It is too much. Let me write 60, width of 60, even larger, 50. Let me again check the width from tailwindCSS. We have width of 60, 56. Okay, 56, 56 still very large. I need to make it a little less. I think 36 would be right. What if I write full, width full, and after that gap should be of 2. Not gap should not be here. Gap should be inside this, right? Okay, right. Gap of 2, right? So we have the browse content created. Now the only thing pending is top bar. We have not created top bar yet. Let me also go to our Explorer. Inside components, we have a content, we have sidebar. Let me create top bar. Inside this, I will create index.json rfc react functional component. I will write top bar here, and now I will close this sidebar inside our main page.js. Our main page.js, I will write top bar. It's imported automatically. We have the top bar, and now actually top bar sidebar content in the same line. As you can see, top bar, the sidebar and the content in the same line, but I want top bar at the top. So inside page.js, what I will do is I will put sidebar and content inside a div, right? So I will simply write a class name of flex. And here I will write as simply flex, or I do not even need to write anything. Okay, now we have the top bar at the top. Of course, top bar has this color, I think same color as this sidebar. So we can pick that color from our sidebar component. Inside our sidebar, we have the background of this color. So inside top bar, I will write the same. Inside class name, I will write the same bg, right? So this is the top bar. So we have this browse, login, logout, search bar. We will create that also. Twitch logo. Of course, here I will write a browse text, right? So we have the buttons. Inside div, I will write button. One is login. Yes, now we have the space login. I is capital. Let me copy this. We have sign out. I need to create these buttons on the right hand side. So login and sign in. So button class name can be, okay, the button class name can be first padding x can be of 4 and padding y can be 2. Should always write something like this, because padding of x should be always be greater, right? So of course now I need to add the background color. Let me write something as gray, gray 700. Okay, I think let me make it more darker, 800. If I write something 600, let me write 900. Okay, sign up. Next I will copy the same class name to the button, and class name and its color should be of course different. So in the content, this is the color of the sidebar. Let me write it top bar here. The sign out button color should be this, right? So we have this color. Okay, I think the text should be a little bit smaller. We will write text as SM, that means small text. Is this property working? Okay, extra small. We have the extra small. Also inside this, let me write flex, and we have justify between, right? The content is this, and also the padding should be padding of x should be 2, and the padding of, I think simply padding of x and y both can be 2, so we can simply write p2. That means both x and y will be applied. With the login, we have sign up. They are rounded. If you notice them, they are also rounded. Rounded MD, right? This should be also rounded MD. Okay, and of course there should be gap between both of them. There should be in the flex. and gap should be of 2, right? And also they should be bold. Font should be bold. Okay. I think padding Y should be 1 and padding X should be 2 for both the buttons. I think text. Let me write text size, font size, text XS, then bigger than that is text SM. So we'll write text SM. But this should be not properly bold. This should be medium bold. Okay. There is another option of semi bold. We can set it to semi bold. Sign up. Actually, this is a sign up. I am writing it sign out. So okay, this seems like a good starting point. Next, tomorrow I will create these cards. I need to inside this browse, and this is the icon, right? On clicking on it, we will open a window, the pop-up window or drop down. It has different categories on the settings for the user. Then we have this input button, actually input section, search bar. For now, let's finish the top bar first. Then we will come to the browse. So I will create a component Actually, I can write something like const as search right inside this. I will write this search bar, this whole search bar. So for that, let me write input, and input by default it is always text. So I can write the class name. Let's see how it is rendered. Let me put sidebar just after browse. No, I don't mean to write the side, I mean to write the search. So we have the search bar created. I think the placeholder value, right? Placeholder is search, right? So okay, let me check one thing. Can we work side by side? So okay, I have put both the windows side by side, VS Code and the browser. So in the top bar, we are working the top bar, the search. Okay, here inside this class name, I can write padding of X as 2 and padding of Y as 2, actually 1. Hmm. Let me for now just do not use the padding of Y, and its background should be, I think, inherit, right? I can write inherit. Okay, it has inherited the background of this. So there should be a border, actually, border of 2 or 1. Hmm. We can write the custom value inside the square brackets. So I will write some custom value, only 2 pixels. 1 pixel. Okay, this is also, I think, 1 pixel. And of course, this should be rounded MD, right? So we have this. Of course, text is a little bit. Let me see how much zooms are they. This is 100% zoom. This is 100% zoom. Okay. The search, and we have this icon, right? The search icon. So for that, we can use Lucid React. Inside Lucid React, let me search for the icons. We will search for search. This is a search, and this is a line we will copy from this, and I will use it. I think there should be error because we have search and search for the same name. They're conflicting. So I can write it as search icon, right? So I will copy it and paste it here. So okay, so project is now running, and of course this should be in the flex, in the same line. And items should be in the center. Okay, and gap should be of 1. So this search icon, class name, let me check something real quick. Can we change the background color of this? Okay, we can change. Let me write padding of 2. Also, it should be rounded MD, and padding can be custom 1px. If I write font bold, okay, font bold will not work here. Also, there should not be a gap because there is no gap in Twitch. Okay, we can actually also round them separately. Round top, round right. Okay, round right, because I want to only round to the right. So the search icon should only be rounded at right. If I see it, it's only at the right. So this should be, input should be only rounded at the left then. So it worked, right? I'm making sure that they are on the same zoom level, so we can actually see where we are doing correct thing, where we are doing incorrect thing. Also, what's this color? Okay, I will pick this color and we will use it here. Great thing is we can even change color from here. We're getting there, little bit to the top, and I think we have just that color. I will keep this color, and also the login, this is the same color that is used in the login. So also I will go to our the top bar, and we have the same color, the login button. We'll copy this and I will paste it here. Okay, so now I think yes, now it's looking good. So for today's live stream, let me zoom it. Okay. Sidebars, even height should be full. If you go to sidebar, its height should be full. Height should be 96. Or custom 50 rem. 40. 40, I think 6. I think what 6 is right. So we have created the search bar. We've created the login logout. Search bar is not up to this mark. Let me go to our top bar and we have the search bar. I think its font should be semi-bold. Okay. Also the border color should be gray, which is not there. Border color, right? Border, okay. Border gray 500. Border gray 500. Actually not 500, 700. Seems like a good choice. Think now. Okay. So border actually should be 2 pixels. If I write slit here, gray 700, 2 pixels. $500 seems like right color to me. If I again write it as 1 pixels, okay, it's good. Let me close this and okay, I think we are almost in the same style, but there are so many different things. Like I need to create this drop down, this icon, after that this icon of the user. That will be very easier. Last but not the least, I need to create these cards, these facts and their details on the bottom. So these are also cards. Also there's the search bar for categories, and this is a drop down. Each has 2 options recommended for you and viewers, high to low. So we have live channels. Okay, so right, so this was the thing we have created till now in the 2 hours live stream. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We will close the live stream here. Thank you everyone.